Hey there, and welcome back to some more Factorio in Changelessly Discombobulated with Bobs and Angels mods. And I've done a bit of off-screen work. I've finished up this setup, so this guy is now pretty much mirrored to this. A few things are off, like for a perfect mirror of it, but pretty much it's the same. So we now have our full iron production, which means we should have our full copper production as well, because all these will be spitting out copper at least. Oh dear. Something got a little bit borked. I also expanded our crushing of the blue cheese stuff, so that's why we have a little bit of an accident here with the stone. Some crushed stone got on, and I was looking, and I'm very disappointed. I was looking at a planned actually this episode to get some wood being made through the whatever it's called, bioprocessing. Except that the impression I had of being able to make wood from that was based on C block, and I guess the recipes were changed for that or something, because looking at this, it's actually not going to be possible for a really long time, because to get wood from that process, or not wood, sorry, either straight up wood boards or wooden, well, this is just wood and then wooden boards, but even just wood, we need cellulose fiber, which we can get because that's green algae, which you just make with, we've already gone through this, you make it in the algae farms from the mineralized water and carbon dioxide, which are easy to get and stuff. But the problem we run into is with the cellulose, cellulose paste. We can make wood with that, which requires cellulose fiber again, and then sodium hydroxide. No, so this actually won't work either, because that requires saline water, and try to stay with me here, I'm already confusing myself. So we need saline water for that method, or if we wanted to jump ahead, which is what I wanted to do, I wanted to make the wooden boards here, which require, again, the fiber, which we could do, but then the alginic acid, which requires brown algae, which requires also saline water. The problem is the saline water, because although the recipe is extremely simple, unless there's some other way to do it, and it actually looks like there might be. So actually, I maybe derped, because I was just looking at this, and we needed a salinization plant, which I did unlock. However, we can't actually use it because it requires aluminum, brass pipe, clay brick, and these electric circuit boards, which are way ahead of us. But I didn't realize there were more recipes because I'm dumb. So there's several ways. We could just take straight up water and put it through a hydro plant, and we get so we get 400 from 1,000 or 20 from 150. Is that the same ratio? This is like 2.5. So it requires 2.5 times the water compared to what you get there. So this is actually even worse, because you also get purified water, which we don't really need. Purified water doesn't do us any good, so we'd have to void it, which is fine. We could void it because it's just coming from water. It's essentially infinite, right? The other option would be this from chloric wastewater, which is going to be even more complicated, so we don't want to do that. Saline water barrel, or we could do water in thin mud water, which you get from light mud water, which you get from, Jesus God, concentrated mud water, heavy mud water. I quit. All right, we're not doing that. We could do the other one. So that's what I was going to work on now. I was trying to get some wood set up down here. I did make more greenhouses already because I had thought that we weren't going to be able to do it the way I wanted to. But what we can do with these greenhouses is expand this. And you guys had some good suggestions on episode 6 to... what the hell? Why did my... What? What just happened here? Oh, the water got moved a little bit with the change of the terrain, so that's why that got a little bit borked, so I'll have to fix that. But expand this out, because you guys had a good suggestion to turn our wood into a better fuel value through the process of this. So taking cellulose fiber, which you can just make straight up from wood if you'd want, which is what we would do here. And then turn that into wood pellets, and then even turn the wood pellets into wood bricks, because I think that's still an overall gain fuel-wise, turning basically the raw wood into wood bricks, so that could be good. I also knocked out some researches. We can now do steel, which, if I can find it, where are the plates? We also have Angel's Logistics, and you guys also had an interesting suggestion about using the logistics bots. Where the hell are all the plates, man? Okay. By using like his Angel's like cargo logistics bots or something, we'll have to look into those. So steel is actually interesting now because it's 2 iron plate instead of 5 in vanilla, and it takes 7 seconds instead of 17 and a half. So it's actually a much better, like it's actually cheaper here. Now there are some other methods with which we can do this. We can do it that way, or we can do it through molten steel, which you just get from steel ingots, which you get from iron ingots and oxygen, which you just get from water. But it would be kind of weird because like we already have our iron ingots being used up, so that would require like even more steps. The other option is steel sheet coil, which you get from molten steel. So I think in this case it would actually be better to just turn it straight up from iron into steel. So what we're gonna do is actually let's set that up really quick. Right now I just want like a little bit of it. We obviously will need much more, but I will need steel here shortly. So I'm just gonna do something very simple. And we already have iron plate here, right? So I'm just gonna do something like that, and we're just gonna split this guy off, except farther back, because we need space for inserters and such. Okay, so we should be knocking out some research. Let's see, were there something with bots? I see vehicle equipment. I also got a strand casting machine. You also mentioned something about that, which we do need steel for. I'm not quite sure what that does yet, but we will want to check that out. So are there like no... What does this washing do? A lot of complicated stuff. Oh, this is how we get the mud stuff. Huh. I wonder if that would be better. Because we'll need steel for... Let's just research that and see... Maybe we can do the saline water from the mud process. Well, I didn't really want to chop that tree, but that's fine. All right, so we'll take that, and then we'll just take these guys like so. And also, in terms of what to bus, it actually was different answers than I'd expected. It actually seemed like you guys suggested pretty much to just bus like everything. Or I shouldn't say everything, like all like finished products. So even like the basic circuit boards you said I should bus, which I don't really understand because I don't really like, why would you need those? Like, because the only things that use those are the inserters and then the more advanced ones. So why not just bust the more advanced ones? I'm a little bit lost as to why we would want to do that, because like the only things I know of that use these ones are these and then like normal circuits, but it's like, or normal inserters, but it's like we don't really need normal inserters aside from science that I know of, or better inserters, in which case we would just like make the stuff there. And then the basic circuit boards, why don't we just bust those instead of busing the crappy ones and those? It doesn't really make sense to me, but I guess I'll have to think about it. So this is making some steel. We can't just let that build up in there. Washing 2, which I don't really want right now. I'm interested in... There's some ore silos. There were like some like robot stuff, right? Cargo robots 3, cargo robots 2, cargo robots period. Okay, so after engines, we would need engines to make these. And what do we need for engines? Oh, those are simple. So let's just research that now, actually. And I apparently forgot like a ton of power poles in here. Of course I did. All right, so let's work. Let's actually see what we can do in terms of getting some wood made. So we're gonna search through here again. We're gonna be doing this a lot. I hope you guys don't mind this, but there's no way I can keep these recipes straight in my head. So if we look for, I want to look for saline water. So there's this recipe. We'd have to avoid the purified, which isn't that big of a deal. Or there's this recipe, which essentially is much better because we actually get 100 saline water from 50 water. Well, I say it's better. It's better for the pure water, but we have to go through all this process to get the thin mud water. and then light mud water. Oh, and all this gives us mud, and I'm not really sure what we do with mud. Concentrated mud water, so it's essentially just like a big-ass chain of these things. Heavy mud water, viscous mud water, and then... Wait, what? So you get mud from all these, but then the original recipe, you turn mud and water into it, so you like cycle it back. But then we need to get mud in the first place. What? Okay, so what do we use mud for? Just these? Oh, landfill. I mean, we could try this. This maybe would be an interesting process, huh? Oh, we need steel for this. Maybe we don't want to do that, huh? Actually, we get a ton of steel. Like, this is so much better. Let's try this. This should be interesting, guys. What do I want to do this over here somewhere, I guess? Because I mostly just wanted wood. The other one would be so much simpler. It would require, like, 2 buildings, opposed to, like, 50 buildings. I think I'm making it way more complicated than it needs to be. I'm already regretting doing this. Like, because that's only part of the process. That's just to get the stuff to make... This seems kind of absurd. Maybe we shouldn't do that. We'll let that. I mean, we'll use them eventually. But I feel like, I mean, water is pretty much infinite, and we'll just use this thing and just get watered here. Okay, so we can get that. Let's research these guys. So this allows us to get the big chests, small logistics relay station, small logistics zone expander, the cargo bot, and the cargo roboport. Okay. So if we take if we take a hydro plant, because we also need to then turn all that into those algae and crap. So this is just going to be for the wood for the circuits, I think. And I'm just trying to clear this area. So if we take... Let's just take... Wow, this is really big. Maybe we should do this like down here. So if we take like this guy, we want to make this. So here, clear this junk out of the way. This is a how long of a process? 1 second. So that's not bad. So if we take that, and then we take our handy dandy little pump here, and we have you make water. Need some power poles for this, which is fine. Okay, so you have that, and then what we need is a void, which we should have. We do indeed. So we need to void off the one of these. I don't know which one it is. That's the purified water. Okay, so we need to void that one. So if we take our void and we just stick it like back here maybe. And then if I could like move. Yeah, this should work. Take the void, do that. We're probably like dead on our power. Our power needs some serious help. So we void that, and then this gets turned into something. Brown algae in a Mark II machine, which we don't actually have. That may be something we need to research. Yeah, we'll research that after. Let's actually go expand our power. I know I'm jumping around a lot here. I'm sorry about that. I think that's going to be a lot of how the series is. It's really difficult for me to like... There's just so much stuff. It's just really hard for me to like keep track on one thing. For this, there's just so much stuff. We do need to expand our power though. And we should hook the water back up there. So let's actually grab a pump. Coal seems okay. Also it was suggested to... So what the point, I don't think I actually ever finished my point. The point was to have the wood turned into like wood bricks, and then or like wood pellets at least, and burn that with this for the power instead of the coal, to conserve the coal for like the carbon, like the coke and the carbon stuff we need down here. So I think that was kind of the plan and like the advantage. So if we take that, do that. I have no burner inserters. Might help if we got some of those. And do that. And that research is done. This research is actually going pretty darn quick. Is that blue algae? It's kind of gross, man. Alright, so these should be going. Radars, that's what we needed. You guys said to place radars, which I should. I don't know why I haven't. Because we need to be finding a lot more stuff. Now, I know it doesn't look like there's any resources, and, well, there's not. It's not like they're invisible. But do keep in mind that I did set, well, two things. First off, I set things to a very large starting area, which was the biggest, so that's part of it. But then the other part of it is that I think alien biomes kind of messes with the stuff. I think alien biomes like makes the starting area even bigger or something. It's kind of weird. Hopefully there's resources. I generated out the map, like revealed it out before I even started the series, and there were satisfactory amount of resources. So unless something like really weird happened with alien biomes, there should still be resources out there. Wow, takes forever to make these things. Okay, let's just stick one, I don't know, somewhere here. So we are making a ton of steel. It's actually really nice to have this much steel. I guess it didn't make everything in the game like super difficult. I probably want like a little more ammo in case I do get attacked. Okay, so we are making this. Now, once that's researched, we would take that stuff and turn it into the algae. Now, so actually we can just go straight to these wooden boards. So that would be from cellulose fiber, which is green algae, which is made there with the mineralized water, carbon dioxide. So, oh, you can't make this in a Mark 1. This is like backwards. I don't know why it shows the higher one first. So I actually don't even need this, but whatever. It's actually kind of odd. Okay, so then the mineralized water is just water and stone, which we have a ton of crushed stone. And then the carbon dioxide is just from coal. So we can't actually get it from wood pellets, believe it or not. Can we? I wonder later on, we could actually probably like extra wood we could like recycle into that maybe. That would be interesting. Huh. We'll do it from coal for now. So coal is right over here, luckily. Very convenient. Let's go ahead and set this up. I'm going to take these up for now. I feel like unfortunately, I feel like this is going to be one of those episodes that's not as productive. I'm trying my best, guys, I promise. I know that it's not super entertaining to watch like all this running around. I really tried my best to like be organized, but this mod pack is just melting my brain completely. I feel like I want to try to stick away from like super advanced researches right now. We'll just get a belt run over here. We'll run it like through here or something. I'm trying to stay away from more advanced researches just because if I unlock too much now that I'm not going to use, it'll just confuse me even more than I'm already confused. So we want to try to avoid that. You know, like the higher level radars and stuff is fine. In fact, that would be great if we could get those. But like some of the more advanced like processing stuff, I think I want to stick away from at the moment. All right, so we're going to have coal over here. All right, let's go through this again. Jeez. Okay, so cellulose fiber is made from green algae in a liquefier? Really? It's interesting. Okay. And then green algae is made from mineralized water and carbon dioxide. Oh my gosh, my head. Okay, let's go. Let's do the other one first. Alginic acid, which is made from brown algae, which is saline water. This one's actually far simpler. Okay, so we take the whatchamadoobie thing. These buildings are really big. We take that. You know, I probably want to like be able to run through here. Probably be good, right? Be able to run through all my buildings. So we finished the radars. Let's get some fluid handling. Oh dear. Okay, maybe not. Let's get some ore silos. And then, so that's going to go into here. And this guy's going to make brown algae. And then the brown algae is going to be turned into the alginic acid, I think. Right? Right? Yeah, so it takes 10 brown algae. I don't even know, do I want to even mess with ratios? Well, this gets us 40. So that would be 8 of this. 8 alginic acid, and these are made in... What are these made in? An assembler? Okay, let's try that. So if you go here, alginic acid, sweet. Okay, so if we got that, and then you are gonna grab from there, you're gonna do that, and oh, it's so close. That. Oh, but it takes 30 seconds. Oh. Well, that's not great. Well, that's interesting. Okay. And how long does this take? 10 seconds. And only 10, and this goes us 40. So this is actually going to be faster than this, but this is just slow as hell. So we get 2 of those every 10 seconds. And this gives us 3 wooden boards from one of those every 4 seconds. So in 10 seconds we get 2. I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, this may be enough, actually. Because then, what we could do those electronic assembler guys, can those make the wooden boards, I wonder? Ooh, heavy armor. Yes, please. Be prepared for those biters. They're going to be out there somewhere. Okay, so that does that. This part's actually super simple. I'm realizing now. Can you make, sir, you can indeed. Fantastic. Except that's not actually what we want. Do I not have that unlocked? What do we make? Oh, so this can't be made. Okay. So with this particular recipe, it has to be made in one of these. Through some process. Or not. What? I disagree. Over here? No. Gotta be kidding me. Can I not make this? What the hell, dude? How do I make... It says in an assembler too. What the frick do you make this from? Oh, it's a different looking recipe. Oh my gosh. Could you make it more confusing? Jeez. Okay, so we've got that. Now all you need is a cellulose fiber. And the cellulose fiber comes from green algae. So this is made in it. Let's like work backwards. I find that's actually easier a lot of the time. So if we get a liquefier. So this gives us 5 cellulose fiber from a liquefier from green algae. And the green algae is mineralized water, which is just normal water, which we get from another one of these. Okay, so going back, green algae is made in one of these though, so we will need one of those. Okay, so sure, you're gonna do that. I don't know why it has a liquid output, but that's fine. So you can make that, and then this is going to be made from one of these, which is going to make green algae. And you, sir, we'll just do fast inserters here. I mean, we can make them, so why not? You're going to do that, and then you are going to get your carbon. We're actually going to need. We actually need even more liquefiers, I think. Kind of annoying. So you're going to get your carbon dioxide from coal, which we could do up here. Actually, I want to spin this around since our coal's coming from the bottom, right? So this one could actually come around, and then this guy's going to go in like that. Going to make that, and like so. Do we have... Did I not? Okay. That's fine. We have like 500. Jeez. Man, that's awesome. I did not realize we had. I thought this would actually be way harder to make. Like, this was annoying to set this up, but I thought we would have way less supply of those than we actually do, which is really, really nice. Now, obviously, we're not, like, automating anything crazy with them yet, but as far as like the stuff I would handcraft that needs them, it's super, super nice. Okay, so we're just gonna do something really wonky like that. We don't obviously have coal quite yet. And then the mineralized water comes from another one of these. And this comes from crushed stone and water. So we're going to need a pump thing somewhere. Anyone? Pump. Here we go. And then we're going to need to get the crushed stone down here. We have like boxes and boxes of it from the smelting up there, the metallurgy. So we're going to have to figure out what? Don't understand. What? Is there a reason this is not working? Oh, it had... What? It's really weird. Sure. Okay. So then this needs crushed stone. And like I said, we're going to have to somehow get that over here. That could be interesting. For now, I'll just give it a bunch of this stuff. In fact, let's actually put a little box here and then just stick all my stuff in there. Okay, so you've got mineralized water and you're gonna do that, and then we just need coal. Okay, so let's grab a little bit of iron just because we're out and we need to make miners and such. So grab that. Make that, make some more belt, definitely more belt. Now, I'm going to probably have to like rearrange these miners in a much more coherent way than this, but since some more up to power, last thing we want is to run out of power. And I still obviously plan to make the wood pellets or bricks as well up there from the greenhouse stuff, but I don't think we're going to get to it from this episode, unfortunately. Okay, so you're going to go like that, and then we could just do something like that. We don't need a ton. In fact, I think what we're out of is not wood anyways, but at least this will stop me from having to hand carry this stuff, and we can just get rid of this whole process then right there. So you're gonna come from... I don't know how I'm gonna get all this stuff. I have no idea, dude. Let's go ahead and underground that. Do that. Out of power. Of course I'm out of power. Or power poles, rather. Alright, so you're going to go here. And this could actually just go straight onto an underground. And then this one could kind of do the same thing, I guess. This area is getting wonkier and wonkier, and I know adjustable inserters would probably help. Again, though, I don't need them yet. And I'm not using them till I need them. I know research is finished. Like I said, I don't really want to jump like way ahead. Okay, so what we're going to actually do... Now, this is not obviously all. This is only like a fourth of our actual crushed stone. So I'm going to have to get the rest over here somewhere. Or use it for something else even. Or just save up the slag maybe. Maybe just put the slag in a box now that we have filter inserters. Because you guys have said that slag is going to be really useful later. So maybe we want to just do that. I'm not sure. So this is making those. And then this can just go like that. In hindsight, I probably should have like swap this, like put this over on this side and move this over just because this needs to like go that way, but it's fine. Sweet. Okay, so that actually, that's nice because, I mean, this wasn't like a complicated process or anything here, but we would eventually have run out of wood and then I'd have to ferry it back down and it would just be really kind of annoying. So what we're going to do is come up like that. I could have gone there, but for some reason, it's just like a little OCD thing for me, is I don't like having the inserter grab from a corner. I don't know why. Just do that. Try to make these at least somewhat organized. And actually, we should be able to make... I want the... That's what I want. I want this. I want our damn medium electric poles. Sweet. Okay, so this guy's going. He's good. And what are we out of here? Looks like that. Okay, we're out of carbon, it looks like. Because we were out of coal. So we're going to also have to get coal up here somehow. And we could just run it from this belt. We could just do like a split, and I could just add some more miners down there. Might actually be a good idea. I'm out of belt, but that's okay. And I think I'm out of time. We're at 30 minutes. Didn't get a lot done. I'm sorry. This is so overwhelming. My head is like exploding. But we did get this done. I mean, this is something I wanted to get done. It's kind of, I could have done this off camera, but it's like a new process. So I feel like it's something that, you know, is probably good to show on camera at least the first time. Just with the new buildings and stuff like that. So off camera though, I will run the coal over to here, and then we can have that automated. And I'm still not convinced about busing these. I think I will definitely want to expand this whole section, and then maybe throw these guys onto the bus-ish. I keep saying bus. It's not going to be a normal bus. I don't think you can really do that with Bob's Angels, but lines of stuff, I guess you could call it. Belts of stuff. And we're out of... Oh, see? We're out of wood over here. This would have been a good place to do that, too. Interesting. I'm not sure how we're going to... I don't really want to set this up over there. So maybe now I see why you would want to bust these. Now I see what you mean. I mean, we could set... Now they're getting coal over there. Maybe we do want to bust them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, guys. I'll have to think about it. But as always, thank you for watching. I always do appreciate the feedback, so keep leaving it. Even if I haven't responded yet to your stuff, don't be discouraged from leaving feedback, because I did, like episode 6, I did this morning before I recorded this, read through all of them. I just haven't responded quite yet. But I do want to let you know that even if I don't respond, I do read them. And I really do appreciate the feedback. It's really helpful and interesting. Obviously, there's some like conflicting stuff, but you know, that's just the nature of it. But anyway, thanks again, and until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.